Hi students, I hope all are safe in the environment of uncertainty. Stay safe in your home, to obedience in your parents, take care of your health. Today I am going to teach 8th standard biology, first lesson transporting plants. This lesson, the last topic, last class of this lesson, mechanism of transpiration. See the picture. So what is transpiration? Loss of water in the form of water vapor. You see the picture, we know stomata is made up of two guard cell, 1 and 2. It's an open stomata, then closed stomata, two guard cell, then around us some number of a subsidiary cell. Okay, so this stomata more frequency in the under surface of the leaf, but not upper surface. Upper surface very less number. The stomata will be open and closed. During opening, it will be absorb enough amount of carbon dioxide, then release oxygen and water, H2 also, in the form of water vapor. Okay. Now see the points. Guard cells help in open and close stoma by regulating their own water content. So guard cell, it is in guard cell, two guard cell, kidney shaped cell is in open and close, both process happening here, and regulating their own water content. The concentration of glucose increase within the guard cell during the day. So how water will be released out and releasing oxygen and entry of carbon dioxide, the process happening open stomata through the concentration of glucose increases within the guard cell during the day. They draw, I think the guard cell draw water, will be absorb water from the surrounding cell by osmosis. What is surrounding cell? Subsidiary cell. This cell is called a subsidiary cell, and this cells will be allow water to move inside and happening transpiration. As a result, they bulge outward, opening the stomata and exchange of gases with the atmosphere. So what are they happen? Exchanging gases. What are the exchange happen for here? Absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen during transpiration process or during photosynthesis, because during photosynthesis requirements of carbon dioxide will be absorbed through by stomata. Then transpiration is an price that the plants has to pay in order to carry out photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, plants absorb, stomata absorb, will be open. Whenever it's open, it will be entry of carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide provider of carbon during photo. So it's one of the price of plants. When the stomata close during night, transpiration decline, means stop. There is no further transpiration during a night or after sunset. Whenever sunrise, it will be begins. Transpiration process begins during sunset or during night. Transpiration decline or stop. Then during night again happening for respiratory process through by Lentz cell. Going to give a Lentz cell or cuticle. Transpiration may continue at a low rate at night through the Lentz cell or the cuticles other. So during daytime, in front of a stomata, with the help of a sunlight, stomata open and happening for here exchange of gases. During night, the transpirations happen through by Lentz cell, because the Lentz cell presence in wood bearing plant stem bark region responsible and completing for here transpiration. Then importance of transpiration. What are the importance? It helps plants get rid of unused water. Rid means remove out, send it out. Unused water, excess water. Transpiration take place rapidly during the day. The leaves start running short of water. So this process take place during the day in front of sunlight. It creates suction force called transpiration pull. So during transpiration here involved for here suction force are called transpiration pull. What is transpiration pull? During transpiration loss of water, one pulling action happening, entire parts of plants reach up to root. Root will be absorb enough amount of water. The upward movements of water and mineral is called ascent absorb. So during transpiration pull happening, yes, happening all the plants entire body rooting, the parts of a root cell, root will be absorb enough amount of water, then transport in the form of a sap. Ascent of sap means just move upward. Transpiration help in concentrating the cytoplasm of plant cell during osmosis. Happening for osmosis. What is osmosis? Movements of water molecules from a region of lower concentration to higher concentration. So transpiration help in concentrate the cytoplasm of a plant cell during osmosis. It help to distribute water and mineral throughout the plant body. So during transpiration, water is moving entire plant parts, even plant stem, branches, leaves. What are the parts supposed presence in plant? It helps to cool the plant's body as a lot of heat is taken up in converting water into water vapor. So that's why plant is sending out water in the form of water vapor, because plants produce lot of heat. So this heat will be lost converting water into water vapor. So it helps to cooling, because plants absorb plenty of water. The purpose of cooling effects, because plants are causes lot of heat energy or affected heat energy. So this heat is taken up in converting water into water vapor. Then some factors responsible affecting transpiration. So the factors are given two types, are called the internal factors, external factors. Mostly internal factors are called the structure of stomata, number of an guard cell, shape of guard cell, and size of guard cell, and surrounding which one subsidiary cell number and size of the leaf. But here in our chapter we have an internal external factors. Number one is called the sunlight. So this sunlight is a major factor, either promoting transpiration or very lesser transpiration. So light is the most important factors that affect transpiration, because light is requirement. Light is important factors, because in front of sunlight only stomata open, otherwise completely closed. It is essential for opening and closing of the stomata. The rate of transpiration varies throughout the day depending upon the intensity of the light. What is intensity? Very high heat. I think a sunstroke. We know for sunstroke. So sunstroke suppose very high, and the peak level of transpiration, sometimes intensity is very low during cloudy day, and again without sunlight, and the cloud suppose going to close sunlight, automatically intensity will be reduced, so low intensity. Then the rate of transpiration is higher on sunny day than on cloudy day. So these are the sunlight. So find sunlight. Light is the most important factors that affect transpiration. It is essential for the opening and closing of stomata. The rate of transpiration varies throughout the day depending upon the intensity of light. The rate of transpiration is higher on sunny day. Sunny days means in front of a sunlight, and then cloudy days, okay, than on cloudy day. Then soil water. What is soil water? The soil, underground soil, uh, merged out lot of root system. Roots able to absorb water. Soil is available enough of soil water in the form of a soil solution. Okay. So this soil water is a major factor. Second factor, if plants cannot absorb enough water from the soil, the guard cells shrink. Okay. Soil water. Soil if not provide enough amount of water, automatically guard cell will be shrink, because there is no more amount of water. That's why the guard cell going to shrinking happening due to lack of water and closed stomata, reducing transpiration. So the 2 points going to given for here. Soil water is an important factor. So second important factors, because this soil water providing stiffness of the plant's part, usually rigid nature or turgid nature of plant's part because of the soil water. So this water, if not available enough amount, EC2, the gods are going to shrink, and due to lack of water and close the stomata to reducing transpiration. Next, humidity. Third factor is called humidity. What is humidity? Usually moisture of atmosphere. Okay, usually water droplets or water vapor presence in humidity. Usually rainy day as well as an early morning and after sunset, humidity, because some coolness will be affected in atmosphere, is called humidity. The atmosphere in humid condition, humid means usually cooling nature of in our atmosphere is called humidity, and this atmosphere in humid condition is already saturated with water vapor and can take no more, because during very high humidity and completely failure of transpiration, because atmosphere is available enough amount of water vapor, it's called actually saturated, and here no more transpiration. Example, in human being, sweat dries faster on dry day than on humid day. During dry day, sweating happen for here within a fraction of time. That water, sweat water will be just dries faster than humid day. Humid day means sunny days. Sorry, usually called a cooling days. The drier the atmosphere, rate of transpiration is high. Okay, so whenever how much amount of dryness happening in atmosphere, the rate of transpiration is very high. The next, temperature. An increase in temperature increase the rate of transpiration. So usually temperature will be raised up with the help of an intensity of an light. Light and temperature directly contacted, because very high sunlight raising temperature, and increase in temperature increase the rate of transpiration. This is because the water evaporate faster at higher temperature than at lower temperature. So the temperature will be happening faster at higher temperature than at lower temperature. Usually a very high temperature, very high transpiration. A hot and dry climate as in deserted area increases the rate of transpiration to very high level. So very hot and dry climate, for here during summer season and rainy season. So this summer season, summer climate or dry climate as in desert area, usually xerophatic area, increase the rate of transpiration to very high level.